glass tower I stayed afloat, watching the city turn to smoke. Love was a rumor I couldn't trust, a relic fading into dust. High above the shifting streets, I hid my flaws in quiet sheets, but every heartbeat in the gloom echoed through my fragile room. But you climbed through the mirrored night, turned my shadows into light, lifted me from memories drowned, set my shattered pulse on sound. You broke me out of my glass tower, ignited all my dormant power, took the ruins from my hands, built a skyline where I stand. Now every heartbeat sparks a shower, 'cause you freed me from my glass tower. I watch the world like a distant show, afraid to feel, afraid to glow. My heart was locked behind the pain, a fragile code none could explain. But you appeared like a sharpened dawn, cutting through what lingered wrong. You reached the rooms no one could see, untangled what remained of me. You traced the walls that held my fear, whispered you're allowed to be here. Every tremble in my chest, you turned into a gentle rest. You broke me out of my glass tower, turned my silence into power, lifted every shattered thread, painted colors where I bled. shrine, until your silhouette met mine, and every fear became a hymn, echoing from deep within. I didn't know how far I fell until you broke my earthbound spell. You walked in like a holy spark, lighting halos in the dark. Every silence came undone when you called and I succumbed. Carried quiet truth, breaking every lie I grew. You found me in the ruins deep, a vigil I forgot to keep. But you revived my silent pleas, turned my shadows into peace. You crossed the threshold of my fear, nothing left but you in here. Every tremor in my chest fell into your gentle rest.
Walking on these Opaline streets, I kept my sorrow on repeat. A porcelain heart on the verge of fall. Nobody heard my quiet call. Every window held a world I lost, every step a little cost. Dreams were drifting out of reach, buried in these Opaline streets. But you broke through my silent room, soft as a summer monsoon. Lit the pieces where I hid, showed me how to live again. You turned my cracks into constellations, you're the stars without hesitation. City lights by when you're near, you rewrite the atmosphere. I was drifting out of reach, but you found me on these Opaline streets. felt all along. Every breath felt paper thin, folding inward once again. But you walked in with a sunlit tone, turning every gray to gold. Your shadow caught my shattered pace, held my pieces into place. You traced the lines I couldn't face, turned the fractures into grace, showed me beauty in the bruise, told me I could choose. You turned my cracks into constellations, held my faults without hesitation. The neon sky becomes sincere every time that you appear. I was fading into grief, but you saved me on these Opaline streets. You won't lose the light. Every fault that I reveal, you make it something real. You turn my cracks into constellations, rewrote all my expectations. Now the whole world feels complete, 'cause you found me on these Opaline streets. Opaline, Opaline, you my shadow shine. Kingdom out of quiet fears, a fragile throne of broken years. The moon was sinking like a dying fire, and I was fading with my own desire. Shadows carved their names across my skin. I let the loneliness drag me in, but in the ruins of my trembling a spark that split the dark. You walked the fire like it was a winding road.
whisper when I pass, telling stories of my past. I wore my loneliness like a crown, waiting for someone to pull me down. Every corner held my name, etched in quiet hidden shame. I thought the night would never end. Then you walked in around the bend. You came through the ocean rain, washed the rust from all my chains, lifted me with steady hands, turned my night into a plan. You raised the girl beneath the streetlights, pulled her gently back to life. In your shadow, colors bloom, painting futures through the gloom. If the city ever questioned why, you're the reason she survived. Every memory flickered cold, stories I was scared to hold, but you rewrote the narrative, told me I deserved to live. Even when my voice would shake, you steadied every break, letting go of years of fear. Because you stayed, because you're here, you turned the gray